So let's go. So we'll first declare our string. Yeah, string. Our string will be name. So it's going to take in the name of the token. So next is going to be the symbol. Yeah. This is going to be the symbol. So we're going to do a string private symbol. Why we're doing all these private is because we are going to be updating them later. Rather, we are going to be viewing them from a function. So next is going to be our address. So this address is going to be taken in the variable the address of the owner. So it's going to be private also. We are going to use a get a view function to view all these, so we don't need to make it public. So next we are going to do a uint8 rather. Uint8 private is going to be our decimals. So since our decimal is not going to be a large number, it's going to be a small number, so we are going to use a uint8. So we are going to do a uint256, which is going to be the total supply, also going to be private. It is going to be the total supply that's going to be private. Yeah, I think that's all for all. So we are going to be updating them now. So we're going to name this my token. Yeah, we're going to name my token. Then we're going to name this mtk for the symbol. So next we are going to be, we will not update the owner variable now. So we're going to update our decimals, which is going to, let's go with 9. Then uint256 total supply, we are going to have a total supply of 1 million token. So we're going to do 1 underscore 3 zeros underscore another 3 zeros. Then multiply by your 10 raised to your decimals. Because we are definitely going to be adding 9 zeros at the end of every number, every figure. So we're going to be adding our decimals. Then, yeah, I think everything is okay. So next we are going to be doing our mappings. Yeah. So we're going to be doing our mappings. So the first mapping we're going to be doing is our balance. So we're going to do a mapping address return uint 256. In 256. So it's going to be storing and it's going to be private. Yeah. So we're going to name it balances. So it's going to be storing the balance of every account. It's going to be storing the balance of every account. It takes in an address and returns a uint256. So we are going to be doing another mapping address, return another mapping, then address returns uint256. So this is going to be private allowances. Yeah, this is going to be allowances. So these allowances it enables a spender spend a token on behalf of someone else. So please, if you don't know much about mapping, you can simply go look it up. I'm going to be dropping a link in my bio, my description, for you to look it up. So we're going to be doing events next. So we're going to do event transfer, right? Event transfer is going to be taking 3 arguments. It's going to be address index from, the address that is the token is coming from, then address index to, the address that the token is going to, then at uint256 value, the amount being sent to the account. So we're going to do another event approval. Yeah, this will be emitted once the approve function is called. So events, you're going to be taking 3 arguments, your address index spender indexed, your spender, owner, rather, and address indexed a spender, right? Then address, no address. It's going to be uint256 It's going to be unit 256 value. Sorry, I think I'm doing a mistake. It's going to be unit 256, unit 256. Then it's going to be value. So I think we're done with all this. Yeah, we did our thing, we updated everything. So I think we're going to be working on functions now. So let's do a function name. Sorry, name, because we're going to be returning the name value. So we're going to return the function. So we're going to say function name public view returns. It's going to return a string. So a string is stored in the memory. So we're going to add the memory. So it's going to be, so another function, the function next is going to be the symbol. This function doesn't cause gas. It's a getter function. So you're going to symbol, then public view returns. So once you click on this function, it returns the symbol. So it's going to return the string memory. String is stored in the memory. So then next we're going to be doing I think function is going to be the owner. So it's going to return the value of the owner. So we're going to do owner. Then it's going to be public view returns. So it's going to return what? It's going to return an address, right? So going to return an address. So the next function we're going to do private decimals, right? So we're going to do a function decimal public view returns. It's going to return a unit 8 rather, because it's not going to be a big number. So the maximum, I think the maximum value of unit 8 is 255. So our value is no more than 255. So we're good to use unit 8. So the next function is going to be our total supply. So it's going to be public view returns. So it's going to return a 256 value. So the maximum number of 256 is one big number like that. So we don't have to worry about overflow and underflows here. So it's going to return. So we are going to be updating our functions. So it's going to be returning our name. So it returns underscore name, right? So our next function is going to return symbol. So it's going to be return symbol. Yeah, return symbol. Sorry, symbol. I don't know why I keep making the silly mistakes. So returning the owner. So it's going to return owner. And then the next function decimals. So decimal is going to return the decimal. Return decimal. Yeah, I'm going to return the value of decimal. So total supply. Yeah, you're going to return total supply. So it's going to be returning the total supply of our token. So yeah, so let's get this nice and clean. So shifts. I think we are good to go. So yep. So let's deploy and see if our functions are working perfectly. So we're going to deploy, then we'll check. So you can see the decimal, 9, work correctly. Then my token, owner, owner is currently the dead address. So we haven't passed in anybody for the owner. So at default is going to be the dead address. Symbol MTK, total supply is going to be 1 million plus the 9 zeros. So this 1, 2, 3, then adding the 9 zeros at the back. So our functions are working correctly. So next we are going to be doing our constructor, which is going to be storing our the owner. We didn't update the value of the owner, so we are going to be doing that in the constructor. So we're going to do a constructor. Constructor. So we're going to set the owner. Owner is going to be equals to the message of sender. The person that deploys the contract is going to be the owner. So this is what it simply means. Owner underscore. Owner is going to be the message of sender. So we're going to deploy and check if it truly works. So we're going to deploy. Then let's see. Owner. Owner is our address. Yeah, you can see our address. This is us that deployed the contract. You can see the owner has been updated successfully. So we are going to do our other functions. I call them the main functions, the big boys. So we are going to do the big boys now. So we're going to do function transfer. Yeah, transfer. It's going to be a public function, public, yeah. So we're going to do transfer from. So it's going to be transfer from. Then it's going to be a public function also. Then approve. I think, yeah, approve. So we're going to do approve, and it's going to be a public function. Yeah. So yeah, approve here. So what do we need anymore? So we are going to be our mapping. So we are going to be doing our functions for our mappings. We're going to be returning values of our mappings. So we're going to do a function of balance of. So we're going to do function balance of public view returns, because it's going to return the balance of an account. So it's going to return a unit value. Also same with our allowance. So it's going to be a function allowance. It's going to be a public view. It's going to be returning a unit also, because these are big numbers. A big number can approve you to spend 1 million tokens. I can approve you to spend 1,000 different amount of tokens. The allowance is to be returning a big number. So we're going to be updating our transfer function. So we are going to do an address from, yeah, because literally no, we're not going to do an address from. We're going to be address to, yeah, address to, yeah, because we're sending to. Then comma going to be unit 56 amount underscore amount. Sorry, it's going to be a small letter. So we are transferring to, right? Because in transfer function, you're always going to be passing in an address. So that's the to address. So we're going to do a require statement that the balance of the person that is calling this function. So the balance of the message or sender. Sorry, balance of. There's going to be a balance of message or sender. Yeah, message or sender must be greater than or equals to the amount it's going to be sending. So anybody that is calling the transfer function must have enough balance. If not, it's going to throw an error. Not enough balance. You must have enough balance to make this transaction. So not enough balance. The function is going to fail if you don't have enough balance. So that's what the require statement literally does. Checks if the owner, the person that is calling this function, has enough balance. So we are going to be here. We're going to be deducting the amounts from message or sender, the person that calls the function. So we are going to do a balance of message or sender. So we are going to be deducting the amounts here. We're going to be minus equals amounts. So we are deducting the amounts from the balance of the message or sender. You see why the balance of is very important. Then we're doing the balance of the two. Person we are sending to is going to be added. So we are going to be adding plus equals amounts. So the person that is going to be receiving the tokens, his balance is going to be incremented, while the person that is sending is going to be decremented. That is what this function literally does. The transfer function literally does. So it's going to be emitting the event transfer. So we're going to emit the events. So the from is going to be what? The message of sender. The to is going to be what? The underscore to. So the message of sender is going to be, the to is going to be underscore to. Then the value is going to be the amount. So underscore amount. So you can see our transfer from function was so easy. So we're going to do a transfer from, transfer from. So we're going to require also. So we are going to grab this require statement in the transfer from. So we grab it here, we paste it in our transfer from. We literally don't need to copy and code it again. So we're going to do another require statement. Oh, sorry, we need to pass this. Then we do address from, address to. So then the amount, you introduce amount. Yeah, you can see the transfer is different from the transfer from. Don't mistake them from each other. They are two different things. So we're going to do require statements. We're going to do require. So we are going to require that the allowance of the owner and the spender must be greater than the amount. It will be greater than or equal to than the amount. So we're going to be doing allowances message on sender. So we're going to be doing allowance message on sender from, which is going to be the from. Yeah. So yeah, must be greater than or equals to the amount. Right? The allowances from and the allowances to must be greater than or equal to the amount. If not, it's going to throw an insufficient allowance. So it's going to throw an error insufficient allowance. So the person that is going to be calling this function must make sure that he and the owner of the amount they are sending must have sufficient amounts for this function to be able to work. So this function is very helpful because decentralized things like Uniswap, PancakeSwap make use of this function very much. This function is necessary for swaps. So the allowances of the from, the allowances from the from and the to, yeah, must be, sorry, it's going to be deducting from the allowances. So we're going to do allowances from allowances to minus the amount, underscore amount, right? So we are going to do a balance of the from. We're going to deduct the amount from the balance of the from. So we are going to deduct the amount from the balance of the from, yeah. So yeah, underscore from. So we are going to be adding to the balance of the to address to my plus, sorry, it's going to be adding amount. Sorry, let me change that real quick. It's going to be plus, it's going to be adding to the amount. So yeah, our transfer from function is okay. So we're going to be doing our, we're going to emit an event, sorry. So we're going to transfer, right? From to an amount. Yeah. So we're going to do the approve function. So the approve is going to be taken into 3 parameters. Yeah. It's going to be taken in 3 parameters, which is going to be the spender, the owner, the spender, and the amount that is going to be approved. So the address is going to be the owner, going to be the spender, you introduce the amount. So it's going to take in parameters. So it's going to be the spender, you introduce amount, then public. So literally what this approve function does is that it approves the owner and the spender. It approves the spender to spend on the owner's behalf. So we're going to do an allowance message on sender, then the spender is equals to amount. So once you click this approve function, you are literally approving the spender to spend your tokens on your behalf. So we're going to emit the events. It's going to be approval, message on sender, the spender, and value. The value is going to be the amount, the spender, and the value is going to be amount. Sorry, let me quickly put the emit at the front. Yes. Emit is going to be emitting here. Emit here. So we're going to do a balance of now. It's going to be returning the balance of. It's going to be taken in a parameters account. No, sorry. It's not going to be message, so it's going to be the account, so that we can pass in value. So we're going to be address, account, then the balance of it's going to be the account. So once we call this function, it's going to return the balance of an address. So we're going to do a function allowance. So we're going to see the allowance that each person have. So we're going to be taking the address, the owner, 3 parameters, the owner, the spender, address the spender, and lastly, it's going to be taking 2 parameters, sorry. So it's going to be allowance, it's going to be returning the allowance of the owner and the spender. So that's all for functions, I think. Yeah. So it's going to return. So I think that's all for our functions. So look at this. It's okay. So I think everything is okay. So we're going to be deploying and testing our contracts. So we deploy, click here. So you can see total supply, the symbol, the owner, the name, the decimal. So basically going to see the balance of an account. So you can see, we forgot to do something. We forgot to mint all the tokens to the owner. Yeah, we forgot to mint all the tokens to the owner. So we're going to do the balance of the message or sender, which is the person that deploys the contract. You're going to do the balance of message or sender equals to total supply. So we are minting the token to the owner. We're supposed to do that even before we proceed with our constructor. So we're doing that now. So we're going to delete, then we'll deploy again. So we'll take the balance off. You can see, yeah, we minted all the tokens to the owner. So you can see all the tokens is here. So let's try and transfer some tokens. Let's see if the transfer function is working correctly. So we paste the address in the transfer function. So the address 2, yeah, is going to be taking our address that we're going to be sending the tokens to. Then the interview 6 value is going to be sending the amount. So we're going to be sending 1000 tokens. Then we're going to be adding 90123456789. So we're going to be doing the transfer. So let's see. Okay, the transfer went. Let's see our event. The event that was emitted. You can see the event emitted. You can see the address from. You can see the address from was us. The message or sender. You can see the address to was this address that we pasted here. You can see. So we're going to check the balance of the owner. You can see it has been deducted. 1000 tokens have been deducted. So you can see the balance of the message or sender. The address we pasted. You can see it has been added. 1000 tokens has been added to this guy here. So let's do our transferFrom function. So for you to be able to do a transferFrom function, you need to approve. The owner needs to approve you. To be able to spend the tokens on his behalf. So let's approve the second account to be able to spend 1000 tokens. So we're adding 9 zeros. So we approve him. So let's go and check the allowances. You can see, let's go and check the allowance. So we approve him to spend. So our allowance is going to be taken into parameters, the owner, which is here, the owner here, then the other guy that we approved to spend the token. So the second guy, you can see we have 1000 token in our allowance here. We have 1000 token in our allowance here. So the allowance, we already approved the allowance. So the guy now can spend our token on our behalf, right? So let's do the transferFrom function and see. Since we already have allowance, now you can see we can pass in our address. It's going to be the from. So passing the from, then 2. We are transferring token from the owner. So we're going to be making the transaction. So the transaction went successfully. So we're going to see the balance of the other guy is 2000 tokens. So the transaction went successfully. So our transferFrom function worked perfectly. So please, if you don't understand the transferFrom function, please, you don't have to worry because it's actually a complex thing to understand. So you don't have to worry. All you simply have to do is you can come back to this video and watch it again. You can see all our things are working perfectly. Everything is working perfectly. See, our token has been working perfectly. So you can see. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. So thank you very much.